Hey, Chiefs Kingdom, who is ready for Super Bowl 55? I know I am. If you are, like this video. Hit that thumbs up icon. We're just 4 days away from kickoff, and I cannot wait. I expect to see 500, hell, 1,000 likes on this video because we're all ready for the big game. Like the video if you're ready for Super Bowl 55. We've got some injury updates and some rumors leading up to the big game starting right now. You're watching the Chiefs Report. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Give me a follow on Twitter at HGrahamNFL for more Chiefs and NFL updates leading up to the big game and all offseason long. You guys can keep up to date over there as well. Let's get into some rumors to kick things off. Sammy Watkins, and we'll discuss his injury status in a second. Could he re-sign this offseason? He's obviously set to be a free agent after the Super Bowl. Brett Veach says, hey, I love having him around. If we can make it happen, I would love to bring him back. Obviously, the Chiefs won't have a ton of cap flexibility, but you can always manipulate the cap, extend some players, restructure some contracts to clear up some space. Sammy Watkins has obviously been injured a lot of his time in Kansas City, so he'll have to take a discount. But who knows? The guy likes to win. He restructured his contract last offseason to say he was asked about this in the last 24 hours about returning to Kansas City. Would I love a third ring? For sure, is what Sammy Watkins had to say. Oh, by the way, he's only won one, so he's already projecting a second ring coming up on Sunday. I like that quote from Sammy Watkins. Obviously, he's been banged up a lot of this year. He's dealt with 2 separate injuries. A hamstring injury cost him 4 or 5 games. He also had missed the last game and a half or so with a calf injury. Hasn't played in the playoffs. Is expected to play in the Super Bowl. More on that in a minute. But Sammy Watkins has not been available for a lot of games during his Chiefs tenure. Now, we know he's been clutch. We know he's been good in the playoffs. We know when he's out there, the offense is better. He's a better receiver than Mecole Hardman. That's just a fact. When he's healthy, you prefer him out there. But I think the question that it's going to come down to, of course, is money. How much would you pay for Sammy Watkins? He got $16 million per year on his last contract with the Chiefs. I mean, I don't know if I'm giving him more than like 6. I like Sammy. I think he's a good player. He's just hurt a lot, and you don't really need him. The Chiefs have been humming without him. Would I give him 1 year, $5.5 million? Probably, but I'm not going to pay a lot more than that. Let me know on a 1-year deal, how much would you pay for Sammy Watkins? Now, as far as his status for the Super Bowl, he practiced again. Looks like he's going to play. I would put him in the probable category right now. Not a done deal, but I'd say he's about 90% there. I think he plays on Sunday. And really for the Chiefs, it's the only major injury of note. Eric Fisher obviously won't play with the Achilles. Willie Jr. is out with a meniscus tear. Other than that, CEH, Le'Veon Bell, Sneed, those guys, all good to go. For the Bucs, Antoine Winfield Jr., who missed the NFC title game, he's good to go. He's going to play. He says he expects to be 100% on Sunday, but that he'll play regardless. Will Antoine Winfield Jr., which is obviously a good sign for Tampa Bay. He's a big part of that secondary. And then Antonio Brown. I'd say this is the biggest wild card of the Super Bowl. Limited on Wednesday. I think he'll give it a go. Don't think he'll be 100%. He's been dealing with a lingering knee injury. It hasn't improved that much. Some progress over the last week and a half. I think he will play, but he definitely will not be 100% for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the big game is 4 days away. Predict the score for me in the comments section. You can check out our video from yesterday as I gave an updated preview. I gave my score prediction in that one, so go watch that video. That's why you should subscribe. But right now, predict the score of Super Bowl 55. And if you want to bet on the big game, go do it at BetUS. Producer Sam is salivating at the prop bets that are available for this year's Super Bowl. Chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. You got to go to that link and then use our promo code Chiefs125 to get a 125% deposit bonus. And if you are a new BetUS customer, the deal is good through the Super Bowl. After you sign up with BetUS and place a bet on the Super Bowl, it could be a prop bet, it can be on the game, whatever. Email us, Chiefs@chatsports.com to redeem. We'll hook you guys up with a brand new Chiefs jersey. That's a great deal. Only for new BetUS customers only. So if you signed up a few months ago, sorry, this doesn't apply for you. But if you're a new customer, if you haven't gotten going yet, chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Use our promo code Chiefs125 and then place a bet on the Super Bowl. Then email us, Chiefs@chatsports.com. We'll hook you guys up with a brand new Chiefs jersey. You don't want to miss this opportunity. All right, we do have a COVID update because, as you guys know, Demarcus Robinson and Daniel Kilgore were placed on the COVID list on Monday due to a close contact situation. More on that in a second. Both the Chiefs and Bucs players continue to test negative, including Robinson and Kilgore, and if that continues to be the case, both should be cleared by Friday. They can get one more practice in, and then the Chiefs are set to fly out on Saturday. So all is trending in the right direction for Kansas City as we get closer and closer to kickoff here on Sunday. Now, you're probably wondering, how is there a close contact situation? It's the week of the Super Bowl. Aren't they playing it safe? Well, Adam Schefter reported this. There were over 20 Chiefs players and staffers, including quarterback Patrick Mahomes, scheduled Sunday to get a haircut with the barber who tested positive for COVID, per sources. The Chiefs acted wisely and aggressively and pulled the barber mid-cut once his test results came in. I got a lot of thoughts about this. Number one, obviously this could have been a disaster. Imagine if Mahomes had to be placed on the list, and hell, imagine if he would have gotten COVID. I don't know what the NFL would have done, but let me get this straight. The week of the Super Bowl, the Chiefs can't wait to get a haircut? Okay, let's just say you can't wait, right? Okay, so you get this barber to come to Arrowhead. It's fine. You take your test, all that. Also, you're telling me that he took the test, and before they got the results, they just said, oh, just start giving some haircuts. I'm sure it's fine. Well, turns out it wasn't fine because he tested positive, and they had to remove him from giving haircuts to these Chiefs players. Thank God Patrick Mahomes wasn't the first player in line to get a haircut. Daniel Kilgore had some fun with this on Twitter. Hashtag new profile pic. This is clearly photoshopped, in my opinion. When Schefter says mid-cut, it's not like, oh, half his head's bald. Let's remove the barber from the situation. But obviously it's Photoshop. But this could have been bad, right? Like, I don't know who's in the wrong here. I don't know why they couldn't let the test results get back in time. They were just in such a rush to get these haircuts done. But at the end of the day, no one's testing positive for the Chiefs. Hopefully the barber is okay, good to go. Haven't heard anything on that front. But, yeah, this could have been a disaster, not only for the Chiefs, but what would the NFL have done had Patrick Mahomes or a big-name player gotten COVID? This could have been really, really bad for the NFL. Subscribe to the channel. We're growing rapidly here on the Chiefs Report. It's youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Click that link and subscribe, or just hit the big red button. Let's hit 14,000 subs. Do it for Sammy Watkins, who wears number 14. Let's get there before the Super Bowl. Less than 600 away. Just hit that big red button. Daily videos leading up to the big game and all off-season long. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. This is the place for you if you love the latest Chiefs rumors and news. And speaking of rumors, let's jump back into it. Signing Will Fuller and or John Ross. How about that? Mike Clay just threw a dart on Twitter, Dan Sileo style, and was like, what if the Chiefs replace Sammy Watkins and Demarcus Robinson with Will Fuller and John Ross? Okay, I'm intrigued. I like Will Fuller. I don't know how much he's going to cost on the open market. He's a really good player. The problem is he's hurt all the time. The Chiefs obviously have those three free agents at receiver in Robinson, Watkins, and Byron Pringle as well. And the Chiefs are going to have to make some decisions there. But I'm intrigued, especially with Will Fuller. John Ross, I don't really care about. He hasn't done much in his NFL career. If he wants to get a camp invite on a veteran's minimum contract, I'm fine with that. Here's what Clay threw out there on Tuesday. The Chiefs replacing free agents Sammy Watkins and Demarcus Robinson with Will Fuller and John Ross this offseason would be a pretty amazing development. Yeah, I'd say if you added Will Fuller to this offense, that would be a pretty amazing development. There is no doubt about that. I'm very curious to see what ends up happening at receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs this offseason, because after Tyreek Hill, it's a bit of a curveball. You're hoping McCole Hardman can continue to take that next step. Obviously, D-Rob, Watkins, and Pringle are free agents. We've seen Pringle get more run in the playoffs. I think the Chiefs are kind of testing him here to see if he can be their number 3 receiver, but we'll have to wait and see. Will Fuller would be an incredible number 2 receiver opposite of Tyreek Hill. Does have injury concerns, but this is a big-time playmaker. If you could add him to this offense, maybe give him on a cheapish one-year deal, a prove-it type of year, that would be very, very exciting. John Ross, again, maybe the Chiefs would be a good landing spot for him to revitalize his career, but the former first-round pick out of Washington never really panned out in Cincinnati, was phased out of their offense this year. So, again, not a ton of interest there, but if they want to sign him and let him compete at training camp, I've got no problem with that. Who will be the Chiefs' number 2 receiver in 2021? Obviously, Tyreek Hill is going to be back. Who's going to be that number 2 guy for Kansas City? Maybe Watkins returns. Maybe they sign someone like Will Fuller. Maybe McCole Hardman ascends and becomes that number 2 receiver. I want you to type your votes right now. Who will be that Chiefs' number 2 receiver next season? All right, we're going to have coverage leading up to the Super Bowl, like I said, here on the channel, or at least on my Twitter page, at HGramNFL. Give me a follow over there. The latest Chiefs updates, some NFL news and rumors as well. We do it all. Give me a follow on Twitter, at HGramNFL, and we'll see you very soon.